Hey, what is going on, guys, and welcome back to the channel. The last few months have been super busy as I've been bringing in literal truckloads of mulch to spread out in my tree lines, but with winter looming on the horizon, it's time to turn my attention elsewhere before the snow flies. Okay guys, well, when we left off in the last episode, my Honda trimmer was getting a major workout once again as I had to obliterate an enormous amount of weeds all around the yard. And once that was done, it was back to work on moving and spreading mulch around as I try to solve my weed problem for good, and most importantly, provide the ideal growing conditions for all my trees. Okay, well, after many days spent working on the mulch, I decided to start my annual winter prep, which first involved moving all my flower pots from in front of the house over to beside the shop, nicely tucked away for the winter, and of course, since I've got Bobby, I'll use him to do the job. Now with that job taken care of, I'm going to totally shift gears because there's been a project on my list all summer long that got completely put off because of the mulch, and that is to build raised brick flower beds on the sides of the veranda here. The front of the house desperately needs some plantings and color, and after having ordered a bunch of brick earlier in the summer, it was finally time to get started. So the brick that I chose here is the Rosetta Dimensional brick from Barkman in their Northern Charcoal color, and I'm planning to go roughly this high beside the step here. Now the first step in any sort of bricklaying project is always to prep a solid base or foundation, and that starts with excavating a little bit of dirt so I can make room for a 6-inch base of crusher. Now, despite having the Bobcat to excavate, I need to actually use a shovel to flatten out the bottom and make sure I've got enough dirt removed right beside the steps, but like anything, the quality of the finished result will depend heavily on the prep work that I do, so I'll be sure to take my time and do things right. Okay, well, now that I've got some crusher down and packed, it's time to check my heights, so I'll get a few bricks piled in here. And yeah, I took a little bit more than I wanted out, but no big deal. I'll just add some more crusher and keep going.
Now, as you watch me continue to work my butt off here, you must be wondering, how do I find the energy for all these projects? Well, it's because I can sleep like there's no tomorrow, and that's all thanks to today's video sponsor, Brooklyn Bedding. They've been in the mattress industry for over 25 years now and are known for top-of-the-line comfort and quality without the luxury price tag. The best part though is that they'll deliver your mattress right to your front door for free if you're in the US, and all of their mattresses are designed, assembled, and shipped right from their Arizona factory. you'll also get a 120-night sleep trial along with a limited lifetime warranty. Seriously though guys, I used to toss and turn all night long and generally did not feel well rested when I woke up in the morning. So I decided to change that by taking Brooklyn Bedding's sleep quiz, which helped me pick the perfect mattress that I can starfish on all night long, and I wake up in the morning feeling refreshed and full of energy. I wanted a mattress that was comfortable, offered some cooling technology, and was durable, and the sleep quiz matched me to the Sedona Elite, which I am loving. It's a king-size mattress and offers medium support, which is just right for me, and apparently Goldilocks here too, because Mike has been sneaking in to have afternoon naps on my new mattress. It's been about 5 weeks now, and I really can't get over how well I've been sleeping with this new mattress. It's keeping me cool just the way that I like it, and my back feels supported too, which is something that my old mattress just wasn't doing for me. All in all, I'm extremely happy with my Brooklyn Bedding mattress. But if you guys are a little bit unsure of trying something you haven't before, well, you shouldn't be. They give you a 120-night sleep trial along with a limited lifetime warranty, so you can rest assured that you will find the perfect mattress for your unique sleep needs. The mattress is super comfy, but one of the best features that Brooklyn Bedding offers is their Glaciotex cooling technology on the Cloud Pillow Top upgrade. It gives you instant cooling relief as soon as you lay down and contains comfort layers made to maximize both pressure point relief and body contouring. It's like you're floating on a cloud. I love my Brooklyn Bedding mattress, and I think you would too. If you're looking for a new bed, check out brooklynbedding.com or scan the QR code to get 30% off your new mattress with code theyardgeek. Okay, well, I gotta get back to work on the flower bed and let the squatter have a nap.
Okay, getting back to work on the flower bed here, and it's finally time to lay down the first brick after checking that my height is good. And like I was mentioning earlier, most of the work here is going to be spent on getting the first row of brick nice and level, so I'll do that with my little torpedo level, being sure to check it side to side and front to back, and having a rubber mallet handy for some gentle manipulation is really key. No doubt this is the most tedious part of this whole project, but it's going to have the biggest impact on how things turn out, and if you guys know anything about me, I'm a perfectionist through and through, so I'm going to make sure things are spot on perfect. Okay, with about a bucket widths of brick in place, it was time to hop back in Bobby and excavate another little section here. But to answer a question I'm sure some of you out there have, the reason I'm not using a plate compactor here is just simply due to the size of the project. This flower bed isn't all that large, so I didn't mind using my tamper here, even though it is a lot more physically demanding to do things like this. I've actually built quite a few brick flower beds at my previous houses with this method, and I've never experienced any shifting or anything, even though they had really crappy clay under them. So yeah, long story short, it's just as good of a method to compact the base to ensure these bricks never move. Now what I'm doing here is stepping the bottom layer down by one brick, as I had different heights going on over by the stairs, so this way it allows me to save some money on brick instead of having the entire bottom row at the same level. This is exactly what you do if you were building a retaining wall or a flower bed across a slope where you might be 5 bricks high at one end and like 15 at the other, if the bottom was all at the same level. So yeah, rather than burying a whole bunch of brick, I'm just stepping it down halfway to account for the slight slope that I've got here. Okay, as I jump back in Bobby here to excavate a little further, I'm at the point where the flower bed is going to curve back towards the house, so I'm being a little bit more generous with how much dirt I'm taking out here. But in terms of what I'm going to do with this excavated dirt, well, I figure since this flower bed is going to end up being about 5 bricks high, I'll likely need to have some fill dirt to build it up before I put topsoil down, so I'm simply dumping it inside the flower bed to serve that purpose. Now, in case any of you are wondering why I'm wetting the crusher dust before I tamp it, it's simply because it helps it to pack together better if it's a little bit damp, though it is a very delicate balancing act with how much water to use, because if you add too much, it'll start clumping and sticking to the bottom of the tamper, which then makes it harder to get things somewhat level. Now, the particular brick that I chose for this project does have corner pieces, so I think I ordered 1 pallet of corners and 3 pallets of the regular brick, which means I'll probably end up having some extra once I'm done, but there's not much I could do about that since I was only able to order it by the pallet. Okay, well, for this last little section, I wasn't able to get Bobby in here to excavate, so I unfortunately had to do it by hand, but I was able to get in close enough with Bobby to just dump the crusher down. Alright, well, if you're thinking to yourself, but what about irrigation? Well, I've got that covered. I already ran 3/4 inch poly pipe underneath the stairs, which I was using this past summer to run drip lines to all those planters that I moved at the start of the video, but I've also got plans to extend that line, so I'll simply just run it out underneath the bricks right at the house. With that done though, I'll get to work on the fun part, and that's dry fitting all these bricks, because it really starts to come together at this point. Now, of course, since nothing ever works out perfect, there's a couple of cuts that I have to make on the ends, so I'll use this diamond blade and my angle grinder to cut the bricks. And while yes, I do recognize there are larger tools that can make quicker work of this job, I really only had about 6 bricks that I had to cut, so this did the job just fine. Okay, well, with everything cut and dry fit together, I was back the next day to take it all apart because it's missing one critical thing: glue. I'll be using this PL400 construction adhesive, which is specifically formulated for bricks, concrete, wood, and a whole bunch of other things in between. The glue is what's really going to add some stability to the whole flower bed, but I will say one thing: I'm not super happy with the brick that I chose. I was after a very specific color and size, and there really just weren't a lot of options. I would have preferred something like a Roman stackstone, as that's a sturdier brick because it has a sort of tongue and groove system, but that wasn't the look I was going for, so I made sure to glue things really well so these bricks never move.
Alright guys, well that is going to wrap things up for this video, and I really hope that you enjoyed it. I know this was a little bit of a different video, kind of going into a little bit more detail on a project, but if you enjoyed it, make sure you hit the thumbs up button and let me know down in the comments. Next video is going to be a full regular update with tons of progress, so until next time, make sure you subscribe to the channel, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.